Welcome, everybody, to the Fruiting Body Podcast with your host, Brendan O'Neill. Today's episode 3, and we will be interviewing Magnus, the crazy Viking Andersson. Magnus fights for one championship as a Muay Thai fighter. Before we get started, a quick little plug. Fruiting Body Mushrooms is going to be giving away a free year supply of Lion's Mane mushroom supplements. Great for brain health, so get it, guys. More details, go to our Instagram account at Fruiting Body Mushrooms and click the link in the bio. Anyways, you know what to do. You'll figure it out. Subscribe to this channel. It allows us to make more content similar to this, especially for the people in Phuket. Without further ado, let's get this thing started with Magnus. Okay, we are live. So welcome to the Fruiting Body Podcast number 3. We are here today with Magnus Andersson. We'll give him a little stat check there. All right, we got Magnus, the crazy Viking Andersson, hails from Halmstad, Sweden. Yeah, he's currently fighting in the Muay Thai featherweight division of One Championship while training at Muay Thai Revolution Gym here in Surin Beach, Phuket, Thailand. Magnus typically competes between 70 and 74 kg. He has over 50 plus fights as a professional Muay Thai athlete, and he's only 27 years old, turning 28 soon. Some of his more notable victories, championships with the MX World Champion, Lion Fight Super Welterweight World Championship in Gothenburg of his home country, Sweden, and also a Swedish national title. I could be wrong. He's fought some
amateurs. Yeah, like
a Swedish
IFMAs, you know, the IFMA World Cup and stuff.
And we have him with, and usually this is how we introduce a Muay Thai fighter. You don't give a record, you give their fights and who they fought. So some of his more notable fights are Petchmorakot by win of KO in his home country of Sweden for that Lion Super fight. And as recently as September 2020 at One Championship, he came in straight after signing for the featherweight title against Petchmorakot, who is also the current featherweight championship. So that's our little spiel and introduction to Magnus. So Magnus, thanks for joining us. We'll keep it casual and we'll kind of just dive into it. You know, me and Magnus, actually, we know each other probably for the last 6 months or so. He was at our Muay Thai and mushrooms event. We did that, where was that, Rawai?
Close to Kato, no?
Kato.
This little
island. But we're not going to tell you the location because that's secret location. So how was it? How was that event? It was okay. I think
it was pretty fun, you know. It was it was a good, like, it's something new happening in the island. It hasn't been fights since the start of everything, you know. With lockdowns and so on. So yeah, they put on some fun good fights, you know.
Yeah, that must have been like what? Like there probably wasn't any fights for 6 months or even maybe a year almost.
I think it hasn't been any fights still, right?
Still, no.
There's no fights at the moment.
Well, they opened in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Slowly. But did they ever end up doing fights at the stadium there?
Yeah, they did. We fought in, like, you could fight Lipini, Omnoi Stadium. Even when they had like this the one championship event, it was like they did 3 events the same day, you know. So it was like the 3 shows in one show. You understand?
Yeah.
So it was not live back then.
They were just like they filmed 3 in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like right after it reopened, or
and they just had the one event, I think, with the since lockdown, you know.
So when was that then? It's that
September, right?
Lumpy Stadium.
No, that was the One FC fight. Was in a arena, big arena. It was like completely empty, you know.
Okay.
It's like, it was pretty.
So they don't have they never brought fans back to Bangkok.
There was, I think, you could go and watch, you know, Super Champ and more hardcore.
And did they did any MX or no? None of that.
No, MX is I think it's not running at the moment, you know.
Okay. Yeah, because it seemed like things. I mean, probably a lot of people don't know what's going on in Phuket or even Thailand, but things were opening up. I mean,
it was good, you know. Like I was, to be fair, I was planning to start fighting again now in May, you know.
Yeah.
To have a comeback fight.
Would that be with one or?
No, then it would be I don't even some organization in Bangkok, maybe even a stadium fight, you know.
Okay.
Just get back into it and go and have some fun again, eh?
So were you were talking with the promotions or kind of just planning that something might be happening?
Yeah, they've been talking about maybe MX gonna open up with like the same promoter, Takun. So he's gonna open up a new promotion. I think with MMA gloves also, you know. But anyways, I don't really have the details so far, but it was planning. That was a plan for the future, you know. But then the COVID happened one more time, and you know, like.
And everything we've gone back into, we're in a lockdown here again, basically.
Yeah, so we are.
But it's a bit strange. No one really knows what's going to happen. It seems like we're in a lockdown, but they're saying I think May 2 weeks or May 10th or 11th.
We have to cross our fingers like this, you know.
Yeah, because your gym's closed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Nando is on. He's at Sutai. You're at Revolution. You're kind of a couple streets behind us.
It's very close. Yeah.
So you can't have anyone in the gym. So what are you doing to train right now?
At the moment, myself, I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm training other people, do PTs and stuff. Otherwise, I before I try to go to do some weights, I have a kettlebell back in my place, you know. Do some kettlebell work, and just in general, some next week or maybe this week I will take one of my friends and do pads, you know, just down in Surin on the grass there, you know. Yeah,
and I saw. Well, I sent you a message I think last weekend or the weekend before. Even you're doing some wakeboarding to stay busy.
Yeah, wakeboarding, surfing, and spearfishing, and it's a lot of going on, eh?
Yeah, I mean, because the waves are coming back. I think were you wakeboarding over at Hugo Hut?
Yeah, we just did yesterday.
Behind a boat, or is that what they're running that there, or what are they doing?
Yeah, no, just yesterday was there. After my private training, me and my friend Patrick went to Hugo's, just chill and have iced coffee.
Yeah,
and then he was running with his boat there, and and I just asked could I come with them, and they have wakeboard, and so we just wakeboard for a while, and it was a good day to be fair.
Because even the wakeboard parks here, they're closed now and it's strange. It's pretty much any type of sports.
Yeah. So it's not easy, but anyways, we have the nature to it's a lot to see, you know. Like anyways, with the surf and
at least the waves are coming. I think it was mostly what you had last week. I think it was pretty much just the storm.
Yeah.
But so apparently Monday, and that's why this surfboard here actually. That's my surfboard. We have some lights behind it, but we take it. I think we need to. I need to go buy
it's very nice. What brand is that?
Almeric. I got it from I forget what's that salt water something.
Where do you bought it? Like
that guy. What's it called? Salt. I don't know.
Saltwater design.
Saltwater, something like that. The Australian guy.
Yeah. Fair enough. So at the surf shop.
Not that. The new surf shop's opening up. I think they're opening now.
What's his name? Is
Daniel?
I met him a few times. I think
Daniel, and then there's another guy there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You friends of yours?
I did some work with Daniel before. They're good guys. So I think he used to be a surf instructor, like when he first came to Phuket. Now he's kind of getting back into it. Yeah, because it's interesting, like. Because Muay Thai, you can basically train all year in Phuket.
Yeah.
So that kind of, the surfing can connect well with the Muay Thai fighters because if you're training here in July, there's nothing else to do. You can't really ride your bike around. I mean,
it's the same with normally with the high seasons also, you know?
Yeah.
Before it was always packed with people in the high season. And then when the wet season comes, there's less people, then but normally for myself, I never, I never had time to have like free time too much, you know. Just off the fights for like maybe 1 week, then on to next fight, you know.
Yeah, because we could talk about that, like your typical daily routine. I mean, I have an idea. I mean, you get up, you run, you probably train twice a day. I don't relate to that, but I mean, I think I've done it once where I did 10 days and I felt like absolutely destroyed.
You feel pretty good. The first day of the week, you feel good, but when you're doing like 12 sessions per week in the like Friday and Saturday, you're like you can barely walk, you know. Especially you go training, then you just go home, eat breakfast, and then you sleep.
Yeah,
and then you wake up maybe 1 o'clock, you eat lunch, and then you sleep to the session to like 4 o'clock.
So that's typically.
So normally before I sleep too much almost, you know. So now I see I need to find a balance, you know.
Yeah.
Not sleep away it has to be, you know.
What time were you getting up? And initially you get up, do you have breakfast first? Are you fasting?
Okay, normally I'm fasting. If it's gonna be like a 3-hour session, it happens sometimes. So a normal day is like I go up maybe 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be ready for running at 6:30. You know, we run for like sort of like an hour. Normally we run from the gym here all the way to Kamala.
Right to the Intercontinental or?
Yeah, or not even to Café Del Mar and back. Sometimes we run all the way to the police station.
So that's probably
it's a nice run.
7K maybe?
Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah, but you got the hills.
Go to police, yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Sometimes we run the 10K, then we run from, before when the gym was in Bang Tao, we run from the gym all the way to Surin, all the way to the big Tescolutus, and back to the gyms. It's like 10K.
The big
not in Talang, like the one in
by the McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
okay. So that's
so
about
in there,
that's about. I've done that twice, and like I'll still talk about it every day.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm joking. No, but it's about. I think it's about 9K.
Yeah,
it's a good 45 minutes to an hour.
It's good, but then you still have sometimes like 2 hours training afterwards, 1.5 hour.
So that's you'll when you are training, you'll run 10K every day, no problem.
So, there has been parts I've done this since I've been in for like 5 years. I've been to 2 gyms, by the time. But at one point at Revolution lately, we had like a strength and conditioning coach also, you know.
Yeah.
So 3 times per week, instead of morning session, we did strength and conditioning. To just getting strong in general, like stronger core, stronger legs, everything, you know. Which I think that's a better solution than just fucking killing this 10K run every morning, you know, and do Muay Thai.
Yeah, because that's a lot of pain on the knees and ankles.
Yeah,
joints.
in general, like your longevity. Because we don't really run, like you need running, but maybe you can have a good balance, you know.
But when you're running, I mean, your pace, you're probably doing 5.5 minute to 6.5.
Yeah, I don't even know how.
Kilometers?
It depends on depends on the mood of running, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have like, I thinking about the fight, you know. It like when I run, I think about the length of the run, and I split that in 5 rounds.
Ah, okay.
So I think like in the 4th and 5th, then I higher the tempo, you know.
Yeah.
Because if I go back, I think I'm gonna lose the fight. So I tell this myself: if you slowing down, you're gonna lose. So I have to keep it up, you know, in my head.
And are you listening to music? Do you have any type of like device or timer in your head?
Yeah, just like the sport earphones.
Sports.
Yeah, you know the one.
So it's kind of talking to you and
just listen to some good house music or something, you know.
What do you have what voice did you choose? Do you have a voice that you choose that talks to you? I mean, I know
I'm just talking to myself, you know.
Well, I mean, you don't have like my app. It will be like, it will tell you every 10 minutes how far you've run and what your pace is.
To be fair, before I did like that, but to be fair, now I don't do it really. I just run I'm just meditating almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when when I get up in the morning, like I could stare at my shoes for 20 minutes and just be like.
To be fair, sometimes I'm the same, you know, like you watch, you say, oh, I still have 30 minutes to go get to the gym. So I can sleep 10 more minutes. But yeah, it's not good. I don't recommend it. No. Better to fucking just go up early and you have longer time. Because then you will have a better session, I reckon.
Yeah, that's. Do you use any type of like scheduling in your house? Do you have a board, or is it all mental?
Mostly, like I've been trying to every week. I try to write up my weekly goals.
Okay.
I don't do it like I need to go and do 10 o'clock. I need to do laundry this day.
Okay.
But I think it has to, like, for example, yes, you're gonna prepare food. You're gonna plan my private training. You like stuff, you know. You can just. It's nice to just you know.
Yeah, check it off.
Check it off the list. It's okay.
Very high level. Okay,
Yeah.
I this week I need to get a haircut. Whatever. Just some simple things like that.
You know.
Yeah, because you know the time it can slip away pretty quick here, especially if you're training.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll take a step back. Usually we like to start off this way. So we wanted to start, you know, as a young Magnus in Halmstad,
like straw town.
Halmstad, Sweden. And how you initially got into Muay Thai and where your career first started off and how that began.
Okay. We just started, normally was like I had a few friends. One of my best friends named Philip Bengtsson. Anyways,
shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to Philip Bengtsson. Anyways, so he started 1 year ahead of me, but then because I didn't come with him, he didn't want to continue by himself. So he went there and paid everything, you know, starting Muay Thai. Yeah, and the gym is called Halmstad Muay Thai, by the way. Anyways, so
is it still open?
Yeah, it's still open, still running, you know. They've had a little bit difficulties with the COVID, with the pandemic and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we took a note on that, but we're trying to pronounce it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Skolgaten Road, no?
School
or Koppmangsgaten.
Where
your gym is.
Yeah. It has been many places around it have changed a lot.
So they're moving around there.
Yeah. But now they are in a pretty nice area, you know, like in the center of the town. But yeah, anyways, back to the story about how I get into it. It's like I got into a fight when I was younger, you know. Not really a fight. It was just like
you're a kid in school.
Yeah, exactly. Kid in school, and I feel like fuck, I can't really defend myself so well, you know. So then me, like 5 of my friends, we started Halmstad Muay Thai, and I just like it, you know, be this not tough guy, but this guy who knows how to
at least defend yourself.
You know? Yeah, exactly. And even a lot of the girls liked also back then, you know. He was like this popular guy at school. Anyways, so after like 3 years of hard training, like a few of my friends they stopped training, so I was just there by myself eventually, and I got a lot of good like friends for life still to today, you know. Anyway, so when I was 18, I had my first fight, and then it was like, oof, I never looked back on that day. It was a really that adrenaline from this is you feel it every time you fight, you know.
And it seems you're a bit of if you're doing the wakeboarding and
like
ripping around on your motorbike, you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie.
For me, this is how how I live, you know, when it's close to collapse, you know, close to but yeah, after that it's just been, I had a good run in the beginning. I won like in the beginning we did like amateur fights in Sweden.
Yeah,
like to the professional. Before we barely had professional fights, you know. It was very rare to for the Swedish.
And this is only in Sweden. Were you traveling or?
In the beginning, so I fought like I won 12 straight fights.
Okay.
And then after that I won the Swedish championship undefeated, and then I got into the national team. It's still amateur, but it's the big deal, like in the IFMA World Series, in the IFMA World Championship.
And what age was this between eight after your first fight at 18 to
it was for 3 years. Yeah, so 21.
So you're doing about 4 or 5 fights a year type of thing.
No, this was like you're doing one tournament. So for example, my first event, I fought in Bangkok for the team. So the whole Swedish team come to Bangkok. And we fight like maybe I did 4 fights in maybe 5 days, I think.
My How many?
Yeah.
3-round fights?
3 rounds fight. But then it was like this protection stuff.
Ah, okay. So you could at least walk the next day.
Yeah, but barely, you know. Still, it's like a little sock, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I lost in the finals. I got a silver medal. But I was still I was 18 years old and got to travel the world.
Was it for a world title, like an amateur?
Exactly, like a tournament, like a IFMA World Championship. So the World Championship in Muay Thai.
And were you fighting against? Were Thais involved as well?
Yeah. But the first event was B class.
Okay.
So I don't know if I had Thais in my division. Anyways, I lost to a French guy.
Okay.
Actually, I met maybe 2 years ago. He trained us to Thai and came and spar with me eventually.
Ah, okay.
So we know each other for a long time.
Okay.
Pretty cool. But anyway, so after I did like European Championship, got the silver there also, and we even had the World Championship in Sweden. I was in also, you know.
And you won this one?
No, I haven't won it. I got the bronze.
Okay.
So I lost by the doctor stopped the fight because I got a cut.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, so but after I fought, do you know Andrei Kulebin from Belarus?
No, I don't.
He's a very, very good fighter. Anyways, so I fought him in Split in Croatia. When was this? I think this was 5 years ago.
This is all okay. So clear. This is all before.
This is before
I train in Thailand.
Before I even go pro, you know.
Okay.
So I fought him there after 4 fights also, and I lost. But I was I think I told myself I can be a professional, you know, because he's been fighting his whole life, and I thought like, okay, if he can do this, I can also do it, you know. And after this, I went to Thailand.
So how does that work? Going from amateur to pro, like what is the process, or what is the officials? How do you say I am pro in Muay Thai?
I would say you're getting paid for what you're doing.
So you're joining some
you can be like pro. You can fight in Bangla Road, like Patong, you know.
And would that be considered pro at that level?
Yeah, it would be,
because you get a lot of people.
It's the rule set, you know.
Probably people don't realize, but like technically, I could go to Revolution Gym. I could train for 3 months.
Yeah.
I could go to Bangla. I could fight another guy that was like me.
Yeah.
Would I be considered pro? I don't think
this
so.
This is done. But like you can see, you have done a pro fight.
Okay, because you get a lot of people come here, and they train. We'll call them like the Muay Thai tourist. They come, they train for 3 months, but it's kind of just to live that dream.
Yeah, because it's a fucking cool life, you know.
Yeah. They want that one fight.
And let them. Like for me, I respect everyone who goes into the ring.
And when people
I don't care. I respect anyone who just have the guts to go and face another man to see who's the strongest. You know?
And it's important to know, because I have friends that train Muay Thai in USA, and you wear the headgear, you wear the pads. Bangalore Road.
No. you're fucking shopping with them.
Yeah, so like you go into your first fight, no amateur fighting, and you know, it's shin to shin.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I saw my buddy there. He
did you
I refused because there let's say I don't have the proper health insurance.
Have you ever thought about it?
No. I've sparred a lot, heavy sparring, but I'm not. I know on that Bangalore Road that if you're going to, I would probably do it against another Farang.
Yeah.
That I knew that he was here, but a Thai guy.
But still, what if you meet some fucking strong Russian dude?
Yeah,
you know?
but usually, like what I've seen, especially with like I know with Muay Thai, they're very selective on. They talk to the other gyms and like, okay, how long's your guy? They don't put you against an animal.
But sometimes I have seen shit like that.
I have to. Yeah.
You know, there have been some. Wow.
Yeah, I saw like I was training with one guy at another gym, and I was just doing it for like exercise.
Yeah.
And this big Aussie guy, he got the fight in Bangla, so we went all to support him, and they announced like the Thai guy coming out, and this Thai guy is something 80 plus fights. This guy was his first fight.
Yeah.
So like he got not ring rust, but stage fright.
Yeah.
Because he went in there and he went immediately from Muay Thai stance to boxing. So he dropped his right hand, and the ring is just screaming, "Put your hand up! Put your hand up!"
Yeah.
And this, you know how Muay Thai guys, how quickly they can get that kick up around the back of your head.
Yeah.
The Muay Thai guy just played with them, and he's like, all right. This Thai guy's like, are you sure? Like, you might want to put that hand up.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 seconds into the fight, wrapped it around and like chicken leg KO.
Oh yeah.
But the point is that's why I wouldn't go to Bangla, because I wouldn't want to be going against some Thai kid that's, you know,
even if you end up fucking broken nose, no, it's not so nice all the time, you know.
No.
For me, I don't really. It's just a part of it, you know. But still, when you're fighting on my level, it's just accept it, you know. Yeah, you accept the scars. It's like memories.
That's the fight game for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, sorry. So you were training. You did your amateur fighting, and then how did that connect to coming? Did you come to Thailand before Muay Thai, like on a vacation at any point, or how did you make that decision?
Before my first fight, I went to Thailand with 2 of my friends to just train for 1 month. It was here, you know, like it was 18. It was like first time I really like traveled by myself and shit, you know. Anyway, so we came and I'm training at CBD Muay Thai back then.
Where was this?
It's in Nai Han.
Okay.
Anyways, so it was just my trainer from Hamsa Muay Thai who tips me about this place, you know. Anyway, so we just came down here and we saw like, wow, this life is nice, you know, like you wake up for a little run. I didn't run back then.
And how old were you at that time?
18.
Still, oh, sorry, you said 18.
So 18 and just like 2-3 months after this, I had my first fight.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we was training every day, just having a good time, meet a lot of people, go to the beach every day, you know. And I just got in love with it, you know. I got to train every day. I don't need to work. Because before I worked as a carpenter in construction, also it was too heavy, you know. But anyways, after that trip, I was like, shit, I need to get back to living in Thailand again, you know.
This was the goal, to get back there at some point. Yeah.
We just be able. First, I just had like a test. Like, is it possible to live off Muay Thai? Is it possible? You know, because I never do Muay Thai for the money really. I just wanted to see how far I could go. You know,
for the lifestyle,
for creating something, becoming a champion, becoming a legacy or something. You know, because this for me it was my dream. You know. It still is. Just now with the COVID situation, I just
it's on hold a bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit like no one knows nothing
what's gonna
really
happen. Yeah.
But anyways,
so you finished your training in Ihar and you came back home, and then you created this plan to get back out here and see how that could come to a reality.
I just what I did. I just I finished. I'm like apprenticeship as a carpenter, you know. So I finished that time. And then I quit my work and come down for 6 months. I went to train in Samui back then. And then
which year was this? And
let me see.
Did you officially move to Thailand at this point?
No, it was like 6 months.
Another 6 months.
6 months, but
to test the water a bit.
To see if I like it, you know. See if what I can do, you know. And I fucking loved it, you know. I trained like an animal back then. Like because you're a new guy, so you need to prove yourself, which I miss. Sometimes I miss being the new guy, because when you be in the same gym for too long, you get a little bit lazy, you know. Like
you feel like you're the grandfather of the gym.
But still, fucking you've been doing it like the same. It's like, but if it's new guys, you need to prove who's like alpha, you know.
Yeah,
prove fucking I'm the top of the gym, you know.
Is there that feeling in every gym that you would go to? Like, is there the alpha male? Is there a ranking system in terms of like?
I think there is a sort of like, there's not like proper like this, but there's still like some guys, they are trying to show who's the best, you know. And mostly what I like with all my friends, we compete to each other. So it's like someone is doing something good, I need to do it a little bit better. And he see I do it. My other friend, he wants to do it the same, you know, like.
Yeah, you guys are pushing each other up. I mean, you're leveling up on your own, but trying to catch up to what your other teammates are doing in your gyms.
Exactly the same. Like, if I getting better, if I can teach my teammates this, I will get better from that. You know, like the teaching aspect of it.
So you came to, so you went to Koh Samui. You trained there 6 months. Did you go back home after that?
Yeah, I went back for 1 month.
1 month.
And then yeah, it was. Yeah, I just went back. I worked for 1 month. I was like, shit, this is not me.
Yeah.
So I got I met actually Tim, the owner of Revolution Gym. I met him in Bangkok. My last fight before I was going home. Sort of like I did one fight from the gym in
Koh Samui.
Yeah, called Tallinn. Yeah, anyway, Tallinn Nam gym. He was yeah. Anyways, so Tim was helping me, coaching me that fight, even if he was there with one of his guys from the gym. So anyways, we got to know each other, and then I knocked this guy out with a good right hand, you know.
So this was the gym you were training at Koh Samui. I'm just piecing it together where you kind of went to Bangkok. You're doing a fight before you fly back home.
So that was the plan.
Yeah.
The plan was I was fighting there, and then I'm gonna go to Phuket for a holiday, you know, to just have some party or whatever, you know. But then Tim was like inviting me like a sponsorship
to his gym in
yeah,
Phuket.
Yeah, and you know, it's like fuck, I'm a young kid, you know. It's like shit, this is a big deal, because before I was paying for training.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shit, this is cool, you know. This is like
this is after the knockout. He saw you get that knockout, and he approached you immediately after.
Yeah, no, he helped me, and then we was talking, and then it's like I flew back to him to Phuket, you know. And then he let me stay at his hotel, you know, for the gym.
And the Revolution had a different name at that time. It's the one down the same location.
There was everything started, you know. It was just before it was like, I don't know. Have you been inside?
The Sipsong
Penong before.
Like something. What's it translate to? Like 40 brothers.
Two brothers, right?
2 brothers.
Penong. Yeah,
something like this. Yeah.
Because it's a very good gym in Bangkok.
Yeah.
You know, with City Shire and everyone. Anyways, so I did that fight, and then I fought one more time for the Revolution, you know. And then I went home. I was like, shit, I need to sort shit out, sell stuff in Sweden, you know. And then suddenly Tim got me a fight on fighting Jod Visha. He's the 70 kilo world champion in WBC.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, he's a very good guy, and I was like, wow. So I took that fight like, I think it was 3-week notice.
Yep.
To go and fight him in China in Top King World Series for like for the world title.
So you had to leave from Sweden to go to China.
No, Sweden, 3 weeks in Thailand.
Yeah.
Training for his fight. Go fight him. Yeah, it didn't really end. It could end better, but it didn't really end so well.
Yeah.
But after that, I went on and I won the MX tournament.
And that was out of Bangkok.
Yeah. So I come from this. I got like TKO'd.
Yep.
So I had a bad loss.
So you got TKO'd in China. Which city were you in?
Oh, this is. I have to get back to that later because I don't remember. I have it in my phone.
It's there's some names, maybe Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Shanghai.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
later.
Okay. And then from there, Tim got you a fight at MX in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Was it the tournament at that time?
So MX and Top King is sort of the same promoter.
Like brother sister company.
No, it's the same, like the matchmaker, you know, the promoter. Yeah. He's doing for both. So then he put me in the MX, you know. So I fought. Who did I fought? Dom Sompong, I think. This is the fight where I get like a big head kick in the first round.
Yeah.
And I used to fucking everyone like, woo, even myself like, fuck, I'm not gonna lose this fight. Anyways. Yeah, that was a good fight.
So did you go down from the head kick or?
Yeah. I fight straight down. It was like, but I stand up. It's like, breathe a little bit, relax. I looked at Tim in the corner. It's like, yeah, it's okay. You just breathe. then he went fucking mayhem, tried to knock me out,
trying to finish you. Yeah,
yeah. But I just standing, just chilling. I got a few hard hits, But eventually he got tired, so I could come back, and I put pressure on him directly, and then I just pressure him for the whole second and third, and the third round was like it's like 10 seconds left. I just go mayhem. I connect like 2 jabs, bang, bang, and then I just throw like maybe 10 punch combination, and it's suddenly he is out.
Did you have to finish that fight, you think, to get the win?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
If I didn't finish that fight,
you lost in
I wouldn't
decision.
I wouldn't be the champion for that.
And
so that is so important, So
yeah,
shit, that's crazy.
And for that, does it? You jumped right into the world title, because my understanding, usually MX, they have like these tournaments.
Yeah, they had. So
you were in the tournament.
I'm the only bro. I'm the only 70 kilo champion they ever had. 70 kilo.
Yeah.
They only had one tournament.
That's right.
Yeah, before they had few tournaments like 60. Yeah, I trained. Derek, right?
Yeah.
So me and him, we train together now. By the way. Anyway, so he's champion like 63 kilos. Then it's like 67 kilos.
Yep.
And then 70, I think. Yeah.
And then this belt, are you still like the defending champion if this reopens?
I don't know. I guess so. I guess so.
All right.
No, because I fought the Petsa one is the 67 kilo champion.
Yep.
So I fought him also on MX and I knocked him out with the low kicks also.
So what we should explain, probably some people don't understand, like, and I'll let you explain it.
Yeah.
The difference of MX and, let's say, traditional Muay Thai, and how is it different?
I would say it's more, you score the same with the punches, because you can win a fight just punching,
Yeah.
So it takes, because in Muay Thai it's like you can't win a fight by boxing. You can if you get scored knockdowns, like 8 counts,
Yeah.
But otherwise, the score comes from the big, the clinch control and the big kicks,
This is the scoring in MX.
No, this is normal Muay Thai.
Yeah, normal Muay Thai. It's pretty. You're getting points on kicks.
Yeah,
and
or even they can score it in pressure and how much you want it, Because before, to be fair, if I look back on myself, before I wasn't so technical fighter. I win many fights on heart. I have a very good fighting heart. Like I don't give up,
So what is your Muay Thai style? I know, like, typically in the Muay Thai world you have like Muay Mok and and is there a certain style? Like,
for me, I like the boxing part and the knees and elbows. Lately, I've been like, you're getting good at something, you need to work on something else, sort of. So now lately I've been working on my kicks a lot.
Do you consider yourself a technical fighter?
No,
like,
nowadays I'm getting better technical. I'm not like a super technical guy, There's tons of fighters that are more technical than myself. But then if I go into the ring with different fighters, then I can see myself winning because I have a stronger heart,
Are you looking for the finish when you're in there, or are you looking just to win?
I'm having fun in there.
Okay.
I'm there for the sort of for the crowd also. I like to put on a show, I want people to not be this guy who they look in the phone when I'm fighting.
Gotcha.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes you're an entertainer.
Yeah. Sometimes can fucking be boring. Some fights, oh shit, it's never ending, eh?
Yeah, they're just
sometimes I feel this when I watch fights.
They're just going point for point.
Kick. It doesn't really happen anything.
Yeah.
But if it's like full on fight, then it's like, oh shit, this is what we're paying for, eh?
Absolutely.
And this is what I see the big promotion want also,
Yeah.
They want the crazy guys. They want the guys who not just do this for money, for example, or for just like to fight.
Yeah, you want to get those highlight reels. You want to be able to, promote your product as well.
Yeah.
And I think one point back to MX, probably a lot of people don't understand. You, at this point, you guys are fighting with 4-ounce gloves compared to traditional Muay Thai is 8.
Yeah, they're not exactly 4. I think they would say be 6 because they have a protection on the thumb. You know, they have a padding on the thumb. They're in 1FC, we're fighting with normal MMA gloves. So there is nothing here, you know.
Do you notice issues with eye poking at all? Between the MX glove and the one glove.
Like I said, I have like 10 fights in MX.
Yeah, and then your one fight in.
Yeah, just one. So for me, it's 2. I can't really say different, really.
And what about maybe friends or
what I feel with the one gloves is smaller and more. They are more lethal in one championship.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, when you're gonna feel it a lot harder when you.
Yeah, they're a lot smaller. You know, it's almost like you're fighting bare knuckle. You know. It's like they're like a little padding, and yeah, it's not. If doing Muay Thai and MMA gloves is a different sport almost, you know. Yeah, it's different, you know. But you can't. Yeah, it's very different, but I like it. It's fun, you know.
Do you prefer doing Muay Thai in this MMA glove, or do you prefer the traditional aspect of Muay Thai that you would get from a stadium in Bangkok?
I don't know. To be honest, now I think I would like to go with the big gloves again. Just to go. Now it's long time since, it's like a year since I fought with the big gloves in lion fight.
And your strategy going into a fight, I'm assuming, completely changes based on the glove.
Yeah, and everything depends also who you're fighting. For example, when I fought Petchmorakot, it was I'm fighting a southpaw, you know, and a very, very, very good southpaw. With he's a very good fighter, Petchmorakot.
Yeah, so let's jump into that a bit. So, you got signed by One Championship in August of 2020.
Yeah.
And then immediately you're fighting for the belt in September. Your first fight in One, you're going right for the belt.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Before we go into that fight, because that would, let's say that it's very rare that would happen in, let's say a Bellator, UFC, whatever. It is MMA, but it's still a fight promotion. Did the other people in the ranking so this was for featherweight, the other people ranked in the featherweight, did they reach out? Was there any backlash? Did you hear anything from that, or people kind of just deal with it?
For me, I think what is happening? I'm super grateful for this opportunity for be signed with One FC. It's like it's like the biggest promotion. It's ridiculous.
I think it's bigger than UFC.
Yeah, I can't. To be honest, even today, I can't fucking believe it barely. You know, it's crazy. I'm very, very happy about it. You know. But anyway, so the story about this is like I haven't really spoken about this to no one really. No one really know the background behind this stuff. Anyways, I can tell you a little bit now. So anyways, we didn't really have a gym back then because the Revolution was moving from there to the new location, you know, from the old one. So we didn't have any fucking way to train, and Tim just come with this on the table. Boom, me, Felipe, and Yurik, you signed with fucking One FC.
Yeah, your whole gym.
Yeah, the whole gym. Yeah. And you fighting in 3 weeks notice. And I was in a little bit bad mental state at the moment. I wasn't myself really, you know, with all what was going on, you know, every lockdown and so on. Like before that, do you remember before we was like, it was almost like a little prison here, you know, in Surin. Yes. Like we couldn't leave, you know.
Yeah, I got out of here before that. I actually went to my girlfriend's and I was like, I'm not getting locked down in here. Yeah.
Anyway, so I just had to snap out of it, you know. So we had like maybe 2 hard weeks of training. Tim, he called up all our good trainers like Samuel and Shai, Pipa, and Bell and everyone from the gym, Hippie. Anyways, what's called? So then, but they say like normally before I always was coached by Cyanoi, which he wasn't here this time. So everything been a little bit weird because he's my like my best friend sort of, you know. He's my bro, you know. Yep. Anyways, so but I took the fight because it's like I got like a 6-fight contract with him, and and I believe in myself. So yeah.
So then, how did you guys prepare for your fights? And it was in Singapore, this fight?
No, it was in Bangkok.
It was okay. So they brought it over to Bangkok. So travel's not an issue.
Yeah. So this is really
and because Petchmorakot, he's already here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So this is I think they wanted to have some high level in Thailand because they couldn't bring anyone in. You know.
Yeah. So there's no crowd.
Like, oh, this is me. Come now. So this I is like, okay. I take the fight.
And there's no crowd at this event.
It's like a big arena. You know.
And at least in Thailand, we can kind of jump back to that. Kind of September last year, there was a lot of lockdown, let's say, in the world. But at this point, September last year, we felt like there was no knowledge. You felt pretty open.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. Because even after the fight, I went to like Pai and Chiang Mai. I was like,
I was in Chiang Mai in October.
You know? And it was nice, you know.
Yeah. So the gym's closed. You have this basically, we're gonna say what, 3 weeks notice?
Yeah.
For a world championship fight at featherweight against a very well-known assassin.
The best.
Oh, he's still the best in the world. He beat Yod San Kai.
Yeah, bro.
He's no joke.
When he fought, he won like with Petrosyan, even if this cost like this. You remember in the tournament? Yeah. Anyways, he's fucking good.
And he's beat Liam
Harrison also.
Yeah, they beat Liam Harrison.
He has some good names on, especially now. He has some good names on his.
I saw his last fight. He's dominant. So how you're going against a legend? Well, and he's still young. So like an assassin.
He's the same age.
So probably same age as you. Same age as you.
Even just started when he.
You have 3 weeks. You don't have a gym. Like mentally and physically, how are you preparing for that fight?
To be honest, I did a lot before. I'm a big fan of Wim Hof. You know.
Yeah.
Wim Hof breathing. Yeah. Anyway, so this helped me a little bit with calming my nerves. I even did it before the fight and stuff. Yeah. But otherwise, I just get back to what I'm best at. I'm good with like grinding. I'm good. I have good tunnel vision, you know. And I think with discipline, tunnel vision, and you tell yourself you can do it. Everything's possible. You know, if I could win this fight, you know, I believe in myself. Like there would be possibility to win this fight. Even if it was a very, you saw
so I watched the fight.
Yeah, it's a very decision wasn't maybe fair, but anyways, I'm not I wasn't there. I was the fighter. I wasn't the referee.
The opportunity was still there.
Yeah, exactly. But
and this he is. How would you explain his fight style? He's coming in with He's a southpaw.
Yeah.
He's focused on just grinding, aggression.
He's a very aggressive fighter, you know, and he's like
in your face.
He's almost like how I like to fight.
Yeah.
So he's like I'm fighting myself, you know. But he lands some good elbows, you know, and like I think it was in the first round I get rocked a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
From one of his punches, I was like, whoa, this is serious, eh? But in my opinion, okay, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna take him to the deep water and see how he's gonna be in the 4th and 5th, you know. Even I had a good work with my right kick, landed pretty solid on his, you know, when I throw it. But yeah, in general, it was a hard fight. It was a big test for myself.
Yeah, and especially a guy of that level of skill.
Yeah.
So. Your training, so where are you training?
We train like we put up some bags in the gym, you know. So it's like maybe it's like
makeshift.
Yeah,
you put it together.
We just put it together, you know, and we just went to do it. And fucking Felipe won his fight on the very very nice
same card.
Yeah, same card.
Yeah.
Now this was it was the same day, but different card.
Yeah, they're doing a few cards in one day.
Even Yuri got this crazy knockout, you know, really fucking amazing knockout.
But they weren't fighting for belts at that time.
No, it was just took some like super fight, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was super happy for them, and of course I'm sad by myself, you know. It's still like a huge opportunity, but.
Yeah, but also
that's the fight life, you know.
When you're stepping into that, and you're saying the one gloves are much smaller. So was that during that fight and the first time you got hit by a punch? Was that the first time you felt the power of a one glove compared to an MX, or did you feel that before?
No, I felt like this guy, like, for example, if it was big gloves, I wouldn't maybe go down like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I got like chicken, you know. Yeah. I didn't go down even. No. I just had a standing 8 count, you know. But I think, I don't know, it's just sometimes it's, you do one little mistake and you're out. Yes. You have just one small mistake and you're finito, you know.
And that's I was talking to you before the podcast. We wanted to kind of bring up, like, so people I think we'll at the end of this video, I don't think we can pull up the fight because it's on, we might get banned on YouTube because of copyright issues.
We can.
But we won't be able to post it on here. So what we'll do is at the end, we can leave a link, like, as, you know, view next video, and you can go watch this fight. Why don't we, let's pull it up and let's look. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's pull it up. Let's just look at I think it's the second round the ref stepped in. Yeah. Second or third?
The third, I think.
Third round at the end. And the reason we were talking about before is a lot of your fights, you like you said, for the Lion Championship, correct? You got a head kicked, and you had.
No, this was for the in the
MX.
In the Lion fight, I got dropped, and then I dropping him on the top one there. You see
this one?
Now this is where I win the.
Yeah, this is where you win this title. But
this was a cool event.
Let's go to the. Down one, the third one down. Yeah, that one. What do we got? We got some advertisements there. Who's that guy? This is the Muay
Thai
technician.
Guy, no?
He's all over my Instagram.
Yeah, he's all.
I think he's in Koh Samui, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know this guy?
I haven't really met him, but he is doing good marketing in Muay Thai, eh?
Yeah, shout out to the Muay Thai technician. Muay Thai. How long is this? I can't see. 14 minutes. So why don't we go like, because we won't color commentate this for 14 minutes. Why don't we go to let's go to the third round. Yeah, it's the third round. But
this is the third round.
The point is, you get chicken legged at the end, but it's the end of the round and they stop you at an 8 count.
For me, in my mind, I was like, I remember it. I was like, we will see it. Anyways, I was like, I was a bit like, I can't continue, you know?
Yeah.
And I just went back with my hands up, you know? I took one punch and go back.
Yeah.
But it was not like I took like this and I was like, you know.
You were defending yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I had my hands up.
So let's go, it's probably closer to the end of the round. It's not the fourth round, was it?
No, it's the third one.
Third round.
This is the third round.
All right, so let's take a look at this. So if people jump in and want to watch this video, we're commentating around 2 minutes left, 1:53, and left in the third round. So maybe if you want to talk and walk us. Okay, you can walk us through this a little bit.
See what's. Because now he has his big pressure going on, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I'm dealing with some, I just need to time, I try to time it with my right hand, you know? And where I have a lot of pressure to the left side, away from his strong left leg, you know?
It looks like you're the bigger guy. You have the reach advantage here.
Yeah, this tongue. Yeah, he's like, I think he's the same height as myself.
Yeah. I mean, and again, he's still relatively young. I mean, this kid, we could say, he's more than just up and coming. He would be one of the top, like a lead, you know, like this like our age, our generation's Buka or
like the top guy, you know. He still is his boy when he fucking beat Jodsan Clyde. That was impressive.
Jodsan Clyde's a bit older now, right?
Yeah, but still, he's like the generation before, you know.
Yeah. And like these guys like Sanchai and whatnot.
Yeah.
This Petchmorakot.
But still, Petchmorakot is fighting he's in the
there.
Wappa, okay. So I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck this shit. Okay, it's okay.
He got that one.
Yeah, he got it fucking good.
He got you a bit chicken leg there, but see the thing, there's not much time left, right?
Nah, I counted. There's 2 seconds left when it's finished.
How does it work?
So
The
look
count?
now. I get the punch. I just go back and hear the break when I'm just standing. You know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
It was a very strange stoppage. Very strange.
Yeah.
So it's like there you get
Even they could even give me one more count. You know, in my opinion. Now I'm not going to be criticized about this guy's work. You know, he still was there for my safety. You know.
Yeah. But I mean it's a bit different if there was 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah. But it's like then I would have 1 minute for some team could give me some instructions. You know.
Yeah.
I have some time to breathe and so on. You know.
Yeah, so you get a bit chicken leg, but it's at the end. I mean, at least they could could open the round, and if it happened again, then you can stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but it's and you know what? I mean, we could take this also into consideration. These refs, they also haven't been reffing in what, a year?
Yeah, exactly. So it's for everyone.
Everyone's got a bit of ring rust, right?
Yeah. Even I remember Tim was telling me, even he has hard cornering. He have hard to see it, you know. Before he was cornering maybe every week.
Yeah.
Every week new fights, you know.
This ref.
No, Tim.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah. With the helping to, you know, the corner is a big part of making the plan how the fuck you're gonna win, you know.
Yeah. So everyone in the whole industry had some ring rust.
Yeah.
Yeah. And going against, I mean, this guy.
Even myself, like before this fight, I haven't fought since March. And when I say I was in the top in everything, I fought every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Every month I had a fight. So I was never ring rust. I was never worried. I was never nervous or anything, you know?
And did you consider not taking this fight just due to the fact of who you were going against with not having a fight in maybe 6-7 months?
No, not really. Because this opportunity, if I wouldn't take it, someone else would take it.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't be fighting. Then I would never be able to say I've been fighting one championship, you know?
Yeah.
And now my goal is to get a big win in one championship. If I get a big win, then I want to climb to the top, you know?
But the issue now with that is a lot of the fights, for one, they haven't been back to Thailand. It's all happening in Singapore.
Yeah, exactly. Because they have a good, I think they have good deals with the government. There is some.
So until, let's say, the doors open up, I mean, you're kind of dealing with this limbo here in Thailand, and
which is a little bit crazy for my mental health, you know.
Yeah. So how does, I don't want to dive too deep in that, but I'm sure there's a lot of other Muay Thai fighters in your similar position in maybe not just in Thailand but around the world, and like how are you dealing that? Like, how do you cope with that to kind of, you know, let's just get through this shit?
I don't know. I mean, at the moment, I'm just trying to accept it.
Yeah.
Because they're almost like it's been more than a year almost. Where I've been. I see myself like a little hamster running this little wheel. You know.
Yeah.
You see the same people. You go to do training. You do everything the same every time. You know. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to go out and try new stuff. For example, also, you know. Even like I think I'm gonna start swimming, for example, now with this lockdown.
Yeah.
Like there's no gym, so I'm just gonna swim or surf, you know.
And that's how you kind of got into wakeboard, to give yourself a challenge. I saw.
Like the way, like
the 360 off this ramp.
I popped a tantrum now, you know.
Yeah.
I can do a tantrum, fucking
But
backflip.
when you first started, you were just getting off the ramp.
I couldn't. Sometimes in the beginning I could barely go.
Yeah.
But after like 8 months, I could do backflips and stuff.
Yeah.
Do all the obstacles, and I love that. This is a good hobby.
You're giving yourself these like more adrenaline rush type of goals.
Yeah, because before I had fighting.
Yeah.
So like the adrenaline is like a proper drug, you know. It's like this is what fires me, you know.
Yeah, it's what feeds your soul.
Yeah, exactly. If I don't have it, I was like, fuck, what's the point?
So now that the gyms are closed, so before, I mean, you still have your daily routine of training. What are you doing now, like, to kind of get through the day?
At the moment, I'm studying a lot with crypto investing.
Okay.
Need to make money some way.
Did you look into the Amazon a little bit? You know, all that.
To be fair, I actually stopped with that a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I put more. It maybe will happen in the future. I have one. Maybe I'm gonna in the future maybe. But anyways, I'm now. I don't know. Are you into the crypto market?
Yeah, I got into crypto 5 years ago, but
Yeah.
I never pulled the trigger on anything.
But do you still have your cash inside there?
I didn't invest. I have
'Cause
stories about
even,
that. My God.
Even now I don't need to talk too much. But anyways, I'm into
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Yeah, Elon Musk is
Going
coming on.
crazy up, hey?
Oh yeah, it's
Yes,
been
I'm following that.
It doubled.
130. Yeah, it now been like 24K. You know,
Dogecoin.
if you invested last year, it's like 24K.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now just like in 1 week, it's like
Did you invest?
Yeah, but just small money.
Okay.
In 1 week, it went crazy. More
Yeah,
than
it's like
double.
150. You know, the other day, 56% one day. Bang.
It's because Elon Musk is going on a talk show apparently this weekend or this week.
Yeah.
And apparently everyone is speculating that
Yeah.
he's going to announce an investment. So everyone's trying to get in now. What I think is going to happen is he's not going to say shit at that level and it's going to crash.
Dodge to the moon.
Yeah. That's all he said.
Dodge to the moon.
So in the past week, it's doubled. It went from
it's
0.3 to 0.64 or something.
and even the Bitcoin is like they're reaching all-time highs, you know.
Yeah, I think it's all gonna come down. Everything's overbought. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of forex trading in my day, and I understand.
We will
it.
see, but if you just sit and hold, you will earn a lot of money. I think, in my opinion.
I think it's like any market. It's been overbought. A lot of these cryptocurrencies. Especially like now Ethereum's taking off.
Yeah.
I think that Bitcoin will come back to like its support level, which the lowest, let's say maybe 30. It could hit 20 or 14.
I think the 48 if they break through 48.
Yeah. So usually like with any type of Forex currency, let's say Forex or crypto, when it does like a triple test at a resistance line, it typically will bounce back. Now, Bitcoin tested, it broke 60, it hit 62, and now it's just been testing 60 because let's say as a whole number. I don't necessarily see it. If it breaks 60 again, and then it can break like a 62, it's gonna rocket. But it's tested 60 a few times, so I kind of see it going back down to 30, and if the market crashes, possibly down to 20.
But you know, even I've seen a lot of. Yes, to be fair, I'm watching a lot of YouTube.
Yeah,
people just sitting talking about their coins, you know. But some guys they say like we may be as mid in the bull run, you know. It's like
mid bull.
Yeah, sometimes it's still like half to, you know, because some coins like Litecoin hasn't even reached up to 420 was last like 2017, you know. It hasn't even reached there far, you know.
Well, there's so many different coins, and how do you choose, and what do you invest in? But
I don't really know.
when you look at like anything, let's say it's a bubble.
Yeah,
well, bubble's got to burst, and I think
if it's not the future though, if this is the way we're gonna to decentralize,
do you think it will?
To be fair, I think so, because even now with everything's digitalized, you know.
Yeah.
So I think money will disappear eventually. But the only problem is if the government gonna go into the crypto bubble, if they're gonna take too much power, it's not gonna, the value gonna go down, you know. Well, same with taxing, with the taxes. And
that's
stuff.
the problem. I think the governments will come up with their own cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
and then what they'll do is they'll just, like Russia did it, where they banned Bitcoin.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
Even now I saw there was some news about Thais. Starting with cryptocurrencies, you know,
their own or
there was like some big you need to do some special documents, something. I don't know really.
Yeah,
exactly.
to be able to you would need that to be able to trade for, like, to use your Thai account.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really know exactly.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, otherwise, how can you get your money into the platform? Because a lot of people don't at the end of the day. Like if you take something like Binance or let's say Kraken, these are platforms for cryptocurrency. They're literally the same thing as putting your money in PokerStars. Yeah, there's no difference. It's to open up those accounts. Yeah, it's almost the same process. Yeah, like it's like, all right, show me your passport, show me your ID. You do that on PokerStars, and it's like, all right, now let's. It's another form of gambling.
Yeah, there is like. To be fair, the crypto is so volatile, you know.
It's so volatile.
But it's good for the traders.
It is, but
But still, it's a big risk. But anyways, I believe in this big risk, and I'm on it. Anyways,
But if you take a look on the long run, there is not a single currency that went back.
no, everyone who bought 2017 for the crash, they made their money back. Even you bought the Bitcoin on like what's it, like 11K or something.
It got back up to 11 and went back down to 5.
But you need to go for the long run. Yeah, it's
It's like
going to day trading.
To be fair, I'm thinking about 5 years holding them. You know,
right now, Atrium's a good one to look at.
Yeah. But now this also maybe if they reach down to this the 200 days limit, you know.
If you're working the 200-day moving average,
average movement.
MA,
exactly.
Anyways, I think
you know?
there's a couple of things. I mean, I don't want to get into conspiracy theory around it too much.
Nah, I don't know. It's like, now you have to do it like this.
Oh, well, it does make sense if you follow that new world order agenda, then cryptocurrency makes sense.
Yeah. Isn't this happening now? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, essentially that's what it is, but who knows? It's too hard to tell. This is something you'll look back in 100 years and understand the story. But now I think there's just too much shit going on. It's just too difficult to tell what's the agenda.
Yeah,
it's a lot of speculation.
I don't really know. It's better just.
What do you think?
At the moment, I try to stay away from news and stuff. You know,
like mainstream media.
Yeah, exactly. Too much. There's too much. There's too much fear they want to put in your brain. You know.
Yeah.
When I can't really see it. Of course, the whole situation is very, very bad. But I don't know. Some restriction doesn't make sense. And when they, like, for example, here in Thailand, they want, if you and your wife, you sitting in the car, they want you both to wear a mask, you know?
Yeah. Well,
which doesn't really make sense.
I think a lot of it now is to just force vaccination.
Yeah.
This is what's happening, not just in Thailand, but everywhere. It's to, you know, there's more cases in Thailand. Well, why? They're just testing more.
Yeah.
The cases have always been the same. And then it's just forcing, okay, guys, we go into lockdown. If you don't want to go into lockdown, let's all get vaccinated type of thing. And eventually...
Well, how do you stand for the vaccination?
I'll avoid it as long as I can.
Yeah,
because it's like... the way my analogy is the vaccination is like when PlayStation comes out. You never buy the first PlayStation generation. You always wait a year because it's full of bugs. And it's like anything that comes out. So right now, kind of what's happening, these people that are doing the vaccination, they should be getting paid. I mean, they're doing free troubleshooting on this vaccine.
They are the research, you know?
They're the research. The research. So
even isn't even some of the vaccine, they are not even approved from the FDA, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't really know.
Whatever FDA can approve, you pay enough, you can prove.
Anyways, I don't really.
So I think like what will happen in Thailand is I'll avoid it until I can't avoid it. But I think what is going to happen here, it will be like, you need to extend your visa, and you won't be
show.
And that's the day, because
even with like work permits and stuff.
Or for you, if you need to go travel to Singapore because you have a fight. Well,
whoa, hey, where's your vaccine passport? Well,
it
was just me who.
Oh, I thought it was something over.
I was fortunately with my.
No,
my
but
elbow.
It's if that push comes to shove and you have a fight for one in Singapore and you need the vaccine and the paper to go, will you do it?
I don't really know. It's like, I just don't like when people force you to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's not nice, you know. It's like when your freedom is taken away from you, you know.
Yeah, you don't really have a decision. But it's also like,
it's like they take this, and it's like you have to take this in your body. Yeah. You don't really know what the fuck it is, but you say it's gonna be good for you.
Yeah, as long as I mean, we have the what was it, like polio and the measles and I'm not anti-vax at all. I mean, those were diseases. The vaccines cured them. The only thing that I'm against now is there's just not enough research. I mean, to reach a vaccine can take 10 years. Yeah. I mean, they've only been doing this for about a year. So,
which it's like,
well, we don't know the long-term effects, right? So that's
even with like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I saw even like Bill Gates. Anyway, he was like talking about openly in public, like talking about he want to reduce the population by 10 to 15%, you know, through like healthcare, vaccine. He say this straight out, you know. It's like, yeah, because even I've done like, what about, you don't see the stuff now, but maybe in 10, 20 years when you want to have a baby, maybe you can't have babies. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I heard that the vaccines here are definitely getting pulled off YouTube, but
yeah,
the vaccines here. I heard that after you get the vaccine, someone was telling me that they say, "Oh yeah, by the way, don't have kids for 2 years." They don't tell you it before.
Yeah.
They're like, and here's your vaccine, and you shouldn't have children. Just get away.
Stay away.
So let's see. Anyways, we won't dive that. We can talk about, I think this is the conversation of the world now, because that's all there is. I personally avoid mainstream media, but I think that's living abroad in Thailand.
Yeah.
Because
in general, you stay away.
We don't have cable television here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a bit different compared to, I'm sure if you go to your parents' home, or I go to in Sweden, or I go to mine in Canada. When you sit down at dinner, it's channel 6 at 6, and they're telling, and it's the news, and that's what everyone turns on. But we don't have that here, because the news when we go to a restaurant is in Thai. We don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So
we don't see it.
We don't see it at all, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, let's get back to the fight, and we'll call that the COVID segment. We'll have some clips of that later.
Yeah.
I'll get some snips from.
We got the crypto segment, the COVID segment.
I think the crypto is more fun.
Let's see if I had any funny posts. Actually, I saw one, and I maybe I'm wrong, but I saw in your town nearby your gym. It's strange, but I saw. So you guys have a restaurant there, Blue Thai.
Blue Thai.
Have you heard of this restaurant? Maybe not. Anyway, so it's a Thai restaurant right by your Hampstead Muay Thai gym. So I was wondering, Thai food, Thai.
There is a lot of Thai food in Sweden, though.
There is a lot of Thai food, and the owners of the gym, are they Thai or are they Swedish?
Okay, like in Sweden there's a little bit different way to have gyms. They're like, I don't exactly know the English word for it. You know, when they get like money from the government, sort of. Like it's like no one owns the gym. Like I'm working for free, for example.
It's not like welfare, is it? No.
No, but it's like a group of people who having like a.
They get like a loan from the bank, or it's the government that owns the gym.
But no one like. I don't. Förening. Okay, can I?
All right, we're gonna get a Google Translate here.
I don't even know this word.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Woman.
Maybe there's a lot of Swedish people on the island of Phuket, so we're educating. Did anyone from our live ask questions? I don't even know if we have people watching. We're still young.
Yeah, we have 5 people.
We have? Hey, what's up?
My God, we're famous.
We are super famous.
Is one of them us watching?
Maybe. Associations.
An association.
Yeah, association.
Okay, but in that context.
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so I get what you mean by associations, but it doesn't make sense in the context. You're saying that you cannot own a gym.
You own the gym, but you doesn't really. You don't put money in your pocket. The money goes to the association. So it's like
okay, I get it. Yeah. So like a YMCA.
Yeah, you can still go on like you having like a normal gym. You can still have like a.
It's almost non-profit.
Yeah, non-profit business.
Okay, so the Muay Thai gym, it's non-profit then.
Yeah.
All the gyms are like that in.
No, not all of them. Some are business, like proper business, but many of them, because then you get like, you more kids you have, or like you more students you have, you more money you get from the
And who was your head coach? Is there? Can we give a shout out?
It's like the founder of the gym.
Does he still remember you?
Of course.
And saying like, because now he sees you going into one and fighting.
Yeah. We text sometimes before fights and stuff. His name is Benny.
Okay, shout out Benny.
Yeah, shout out Benny.
Well, he must have pushed you right as a kid to keep in it.
I look up to these guys, you know.
Yeah.
Even we have many good fighters like Adel Ekvall. Very good fighter also I trained with before.
Out of your gym?
Yeah, and Samuel Bark, Salmon Deckers. He's like one of the reasons why I come to Thailand. Because he started going, and he was like a very big name in Max Muay Thai, you know. he has many knockouts there. Like, yeah, he's a good fighter.
In Max Muay Thai.
He fought,
MX, this is different, you know?
yeah, Max Muay Thai is the one in Pattaya.
Gotcha, okay.
He fought Sexan, if you know who.
Yeah.
So he fought Sexan there, and yeah, it was. He's even the WBC international champion for some Japanese guy.
The WBC, most of it's out of China.
No, it's like it's wherever, you know.
Yeah, because I saw a few.
I saw even
guys,
they're gonna. Did you see the Lumpini gonna have female fighters?
Because they never allowed before. Right?
Yeah, but now stuff happening, especially for the girls. Since I in the last 5 years, it's big change for the girls from fighting just in the local stadiums.
Well, I think it's with their Instagrams because you get these girls like Supergirl and Wonder Girl, and like their Instagrams are blowing up. But she just got KO'd by that Filipino girl one.
Boot. She's fucking.
Yeah, and she just fucked up that Russian girl too. You see that one?
Yeah.
Man, this girl's got hands.
Yeah, she's good. She
smacked Wonder Girl. She beat up Wonder Girl.
Yeah, there's some few good girls out there, eh?
Because I think the girls are getting more followers on Instagram than the guys right now because they're doing these hilarious TikTok reels.
They
and
fight
and
people.
that.
To be fair, I'm a little bit. I'm not on the TikTok. To be fair, are you?
No, we're not on TikTok. We're not.
Thales is like,
I'm not.
Do some dance. There's some dancing.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Did you do before?
Remember? Yeah, I did before some of those.
Some
TikTok,
Brazilian.
they have the dancing.
TikTok dancing. Oh my god! We have our Instagram and Muay Thai. We have Muay Thai mushrooms, and we're gonna be building fruiting body. But like, I'm horrible at like using it. I
don't see nothing.
It takes me so long to do it.
I've been a bit off it also at the moment, you know.
Yeah. What are your thoughts like on? I think everybody has this problem at some point in their life, like social media, going to bed and waking up to it. Have you ever gone down that rabbit hole?
Like now, I sometimes have different. I read books and just get some different opinions about shit, you know. Like now, I'm trying to don't look at my phone the first thing I do in the morning, you know.
Yeah, that's
because just take those hours without watching your phone. But it's difficult, you know. It's like even before you lay and you're gonna
so easy.
You it's like 11 or something. You go into bed. And I just gonna go see what I have, you know. But yeah, anyways, I would recommend. I would get out from there, you know. Don't leave in the phone too much.
Yeah, it's too much. I mean, I even put my blue light filter on. Yeah. Mine's constantly on, so I don't know. Apparently, it screws up it messes up like your sleep pattern or whatnot. I try to use I have an app that's like it's kind of an app blocker, and you choose the apps that you want to block, and then you schedule it through the day. So pretty much like from like 7 p.m. at night until like 11:30 a.m. the next day, like Facebook's blocked, Instagram's blocked, any of these social media platforms. And they're interesting because like sometimes you subconsciously, you grab your phone and you click it and you go to click Instagram, right? And immediately it will block it. And then it pops up and you don't even realize you clicked it until you see that. Yeah. So I use those app blockers.
That's good, eh? I using similar like a maximum 6 hour on the screen per day.
Okay.
Like I don't use it, but like this, if that the whole phone, like you can't use nothing.
That's still a lot of time, 6 hours.
Yeah, but I don't use 6 hours. But I try to use like maybe I want to have maybe 30 minutes on social media.
Yeah.
Because you know I use my phone for YouTube. I'm a big YouTube fan, you know.
Yeah,
I watch everything. And
but YouTube's got good content.
Yeah, so I still use my phone. Yeah. I don't say you still like I listen to SoundCloud, you know, like music and
Are you listening to any like audio podcasts at night or anything special? I mean, it's besides Fruiting Body. No, I'm joking.
Every day I'm just sitting waiting for next. Sometimes Joe Rogan. Not too much. I am listening to some audiobooks.
Yeah,
I've been listening to this "Unfuck Yourself."
What's that?
It's like how you unfuck yourself.
How you fuck yourself?
How you unfuck yourself?
How you put yourself in these Is it like
how you get out from your head, sort of like how you just
these hamster mind loops?
Yeah, just get on with your shit, you know.
Well, that's what they we've been reading into this, and especially with like psilocybin and let's say magic mushrooms. Now we're not selling magic mushrooms, obviously, but
aren't you?
No, not magic mushrooms. We're doing some lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, stuff like that. But I was watching a TED talk on that about psilocybin, and one of the benefits, like there's millions of benefits for like anxiety, depression, PTSD, stuff like this. But one of the benefits that it's showing is that a lot of the times people get into these mind loops. Which it's something simple. Stop using social media, eat better, don't eat sugar, don't have a beer today, don't smoke a cigarette. And you can go into this mind loop and literally tell yourself that for months. And nothing changes. Every day you wake up.
And you pissed off, like, why didn't
why can't I do that? Why can't I change that? It's because these things become comfortable. And the mind struggles on the fear. There's a book on this. It's called the War of Art. It's not The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's the War of War. The War of Art.
The War of Art, right?
Yeah, it's about.
I'm reading this one.
You're reading? I also started with this.
Yeah, I started because of Felipe. Felipe sent me this.
He sent to me also. Yeah, he did.
So
how crazy is that?
I read this, like, it's not really a book. It's more just like inspirational passages as you read it, right?
Did you read it or did you listen to it?
No, I read it because it's kind of just, you can't really read the whole book. You can read 3 pages a day, but there's always...
It's heavy,
every page is like a thought-provoking passage, right? So you're not going to read 20 thought-provoking passages. It'd be like reading a fable, like, the scorpion and the frog. You're not going to read 20 fables because you can't, your brain cannot absorb 20 more moral stories from it all. So I would read like 2, 3 a day and whatnot. And then I would just reread it. It was kind of bathroom material. But
fair enough.
That's, and we can all understand what I'm talking about. That's kind of what it is. The mind, it fears resistance. It likes comfort. And then you need to break out of that resistance. And that's kind of what people go into these mind loops of don't smoke, don't drink, don't eat sugar, get up early, make your bed, getting into routines and patterns that are outside your current comfort zone. That's what psilocybin can help do. Psilocybin has been proven that you get into these mind loops, and you can go into like more of a let's call it a psychedelic trip or
no, but you get an understanding.
You get a clear understanding, and you'll see things that are much more clear. But the reality is, you already know those answers. You already know, okay, don't look at social media. But for some reason, your brain can't physically change. And then what psilocybin will do, it will change you the next day. The problem is you then need to continuously follow that. But it will kick your ass to make the first step.
Then you can choose. Then you can choose the path.
You have to choose. But trust me, if you say to yourself, I'm going to run, and you just never run, like a lot of people, I'm going to jog, whatever, I'm going to go to the gym. And 2 months can go by and you don't do it. You could do a psilocybin trip. I guarantee you the next day you go to the gym. But it's a question of if you go the day after.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
That's where you have to fight the resistance. And it does work. But again, this stuff, it's not legal yet around the world. It's obviously decriminalized.
But I think there's a lot of, now I'm a little bit, what's it called? Like people, there's a lot of power behind it, Like there's a lot of knowledge, and the big people, they don't want normal people to have this power,
Well, it's the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot. Yeah, exactly.
So that's the problem. The problem is because it's natural. And it can be. I mean, it
grows everywhere.
It grows everywhere. It's natural, holistic medicine. Well, if you're big pharma, it's not a chemical. A chemical compound you can patent. So things for depression or anti-anxiety, like let's say Valiums or Xanax. Well, because it's a chemical and I'm a pharmaceutical company, I can patent that, I can sell that, and you can't sell that because I'm whatever, Pfizer, and that's my product. But if I'm selling, if you're using psilocybin to treat, let's say, anxiety or depression, technically you can grow that at home.
Yeah,
you cannot grow Xanax at home.
No,
right?
And they have just proof you take nature out of the ground and you
of course
assume it, you know.
Of course. So that I think this will take time. I don't really smoke weed. I stopped maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. For some reason, if I smoke weed, I get anxiety. I don't know why.
It's the same, but I was a big smoker maybe a few years ago, you know. Even it works fine with training, everything, fighting works fine, you know. But with everything with the pandemic, it's just made me too much. The vibration is too bad, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things because weed really it makes you vulnerable.
Yeah,
it brings up a lot of shit. But if everything's going right in your life, sure, it's fine. But if things are a bit strange, if you smoke weed, those vulnerabilities they creep up. The anxiety builds up in the chest because you're like, I got to deal with this. I got to deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was for me, but that's. I don't know if that's for you now. Still.
Yeah, no, I just stopped.
Yeah,
stopped complete. You know, like stay away from it. Even, but same for some people, they can help with anxiety. Even like if you you consume it like edibles, it can be better for yourself also. Don't get the body high, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem of this industry as well. Like people, marijuana is becoming legalized, but we're not being taught dosage.
Yeah,
right. I mean, I'm sure some people know the dosage, but how to properly dose an individual is based on that person. How often have they taken? What is their body weight? What is their diet? I mean, this is the problem with pharmaceuticals in general. Like every bottle of pills you take or whatever, it could be something as simple as vitamin C.
Yeah.
Take 1 pill a day, 1,000 milligrams. Well, is that what you give to the 40-pound or the 40-kilogram lady?
Yeah.
And is that the same dosage you give to the guy that's 150 kilograms? So that's kind of the problem in the supplement world and in the pharmaceutical world is like, what is the proper dosage?
Yeah.
And maybe the whole problem of, let's say myself, if I was to smoke marijuana, maybe I'm just taking too much and I don't even realize it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, everyone uses it for different reasons, you know.
Have you been using CBD?
Actually, lately, before last fight camp, I started using it I used to try it, you know. I've had many people recommend it to me, even to deal with anxiety and stuff. But for me, I have hard to say if it doesn't really feel like wow different, you know.
But did you use it on like joint pain or?
No, I just use the drips.
As the drips. So you're using it more for the anxiety side.
Yeah, just for test it out, you know.
And did you notice anything?
No, not really. Maybe even I don't really know, to be fair.
And it's also
not like I couldn't really see big difference, you know. But
it's also with the you don't know. Maybe you don't know what is the potency or the quality.
I don't even know how good it is.
Yeah, you don't know.
I just got it from the pharmacy, you know.
Yeah,
like the clinic.
That part's a bit. I've been reading into like, especially with the drips and these what are they called? You know, a lot of people are taking like tinctures and drops.
Yeah. No,
I heard it's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so if you just took CBD and you just took one drop, that's fine. But what happens with like botanicals is you have your ashwagandha, you have your, I don't know, your different types of elixirs that can be made into tinctures. Well, some people, imagine you wake up in the morning and you have 30, or I'm over exaggerating, 10 different tinctures. That's a lot. Tinctures are those little things with the drops.
Yeah.
We call that a tincture.
What about those then?
That's like an eyedropper.
Yeah.
And you take it and you take a drop. Well, imagine you got 30 different supplements and you're taking all these drops. Well, it's an oil base.
Yeah.
And they were saying that.
Would you have so many then?
Yeah.
Would you just have one?
People get carried away. Maybe one's CBD, maybe one's ashwagandha, maybe one's moringa, maybe one's a mushroom supplement. All different types.
Fair enough.
So it's they're saying watch out for that a little bit.
Anyways.
All right, what else? Let's take a look. We wrote some notes on the board here. So we're getting around an hour and a half. That's when I get a bit hungry and tired.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hungry also.
We're gonna talk a little bit about some of your not maybe mentors or idols that in the past or even currently in Muay Thai. Like, who do you follow? Who are your idols in the sport of Muay Thai?
I look up to Liam Harrison. He's a very good fighter.
Have you met him before?
Yeah, I've actually been training with him at Revolution. Yeah, he was here, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. We trained with Jordan Watson, Joe Craven. It was a good time, good sparring and stuff. Who else? John Wayne Paris.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, he just fought him. He just fought him one.
He went in. He also
John Wayne Parr. Yeah,
John Wayne Parr goes in and fucking fight Nika Holskin. You know.
Yeah, and he just showed up for. I'm pretty sure just almost. I think he did the quarantine, did the fight, and he flew back home.
It's crazy, you know. It's crazy. Big respect for him.
Yeah, because he's 40 plus.
Yeah, look at shit.
But he's in shape, Mike.
Yeah, he is in proper. It's like this is when I'm that in that age. I want to.
But that guy, he's been to some wars.
Yeah, he's been in some good fights. He done some crazy when he fight in Bangkok for like King's Cup. You know, these 100,000 people. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I think his story, I've heard, I don't know, I haven't dug too deep, but I mean, himself and there was another guy, I could be wrong. They were like one of the first people allowed to actually train in Isan. This is proper Thai training from way back in the day where you're living in your like straw hut, you know, it's basically farmland out there.
They train, there was no luxury at all.
No, nothing like today.
My friend Saman, he trained at Sancti Noin's gym.
Yep.
In outside of Bangkok, and he told me they were sleeping like they shared maybe 3 guys in one room just on a mattress, you know. Even sometimes they were so lazy, they were so tired. Even like they didn't want to go down to toilets. They just piss in the fucking bottles, you know.
Yeah.
This is that like. Yeah.
Do you think that makes them better fighters? Like it's building, you know.
I think they give them perspective of life. You know, like some like Muay Thai can be a little bit dirty or sometimes, like with all the gambling, how they treat the kids. You know, there's a lot of violence. You know, there's a lot. You know, it's like maybe the gym bet $1 million baht, $500,000 baht. You know, on this kid from the gym, and he lost, and he maybe even had a heart for the fight. It can be a lot of
issues with the family.
Yeah. In general, you know, but yeah, because I think many fighters, they doesn't come from any education also, you know.
Yeah, and this is kind of the darker side to Muay Thai that a lot of people don't see.
Exactly, many people don't even know about this really.
Yeah,
like to be fair, I don't even know. I don't stick my nose too deep in it either.
Yeah, it's especially living as an expat in Thailand and you're in the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, these are even things like pretty much that's as deep as we're going to go in that conversation because you don't know.
Exactly. And I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't really know.
You don't know.
And but I just mean, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get there's certain things living in Thailand that it's if we were in Sweden and we were never planning to come back here, maybe you could talk about it.
Yeah. No, but
it's hard.
It's a tough Muay Thai. It's a tough life, you know.
Yeah.
But do you believe that like a tough life create big champions? So you need to have big losses so you can be overcome and become a big champion.
Yeah. For me, like you are only a champion. You can be you can win a fight. You can become a champion. But if you never lose and you get up back again, are you really a champion? You know, if you're only on the top all the time, maybe if you're fucking good, you know. But I mean, if you've been in the shit, you're very out of your comfort zone. You can fight through that shit. Then then you can conquer anything. You know, I believe like. As long like you can be good at anything, you know, as long as you have the tunnel vision, the discipline, and the love for it, you know,
and the consistency.
Yeah, consistency. You need to. It takes like for me, I've done it for 12 years now, and just even lately, I can see improvements in my kicks, in in my feints, you know.
Yeah, anyone can work or train, let's say 3 times a day for 2 weeks, but try that for 10 years.
But something I realized, it has to be fun, because like now with everything shut down, all the tourists is gone. It's not really so fun anymore. I'm not doing like,
because you're not training for it. You don't know what you're training for.
So this is so now we are have a little like it's a pause, you know, so, like a little break, like
to kind of would you use this fuel to push yourself forward, knowing the fact that probably there's a lot of people in your similar position, let's say mindset, of a fighter, let's say, not just in one, but your promotion, where they probably have the same mindset. They're saying, you know, let me take a step back. I don't know what I'm fighting for. I don't know when my next fight is. Therefore, I don't need to train as hard. Could you use that as fuel and saying, I know that those people that might be in that mindset, because I'm in that mindset, therefore, I'm going to train my fucking ass off, because in 6 months, if I'm training twice as hard as them now, I'm going to be so far ahead.
Yeah.
Using that as fuel,
which is, but it's very difficult sometimes. Even I'm struggling. Like I'm trying to go on it, but it's like, motivation is very difficult sometimes, you know. And for my motivation it needs to be fun, you know. This is where, because for me Muay Thai is about the community, the social, like be social, you know, like having a good time, training hard, focus on a fight, having goals, you know.
And it's probably not just you. That whole gym needs to have that energy.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it doesn't.
For example, you go into work with some people. You come in and there's some. You like, I'm a man who I can feel a lot of energy in people. You know.
Yeah.
Like and if we don't synchronize, it can be difficult. You know, in general, even to, you know.
Yeah.
But now it is like it is, and exactly. So. We just need to be strong and just be patient, I think.
Yeah, to at least to feed off that energy of each other to get through it. But at least you have 2 other guys that are also in your similar position. It's just pretty much the top dogs at your gym are yourself, Felipe, and Yurik.
Yeah.
And then the other people that come to your gym, are they kind of like the Muay Thai tourists?
Yeah, no, it's like... Some guys, they like Johnny, my friend. He comes for he comes here for like I think 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Just for getting away from UK and try to have a fight, to just live this lifestyle. You know?
Oh, I think I met this guy at Cooney's.
Yeah,
is he the taller guy, shaved head?
Yeah, exactly.
He's younger. He's probably like under 25 at least.
No? Yeah. What do you mean?
No?
Yeah. I think he's. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Anyways, so he's trying. Even the have you met Cameron? You know.
Okay. I'm talking about Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron. Yeah. And they just just living a good life, training.
Yeah, and you know, stay healthy. But it seems like I've met them, and every time I've met them, they have positive energy though.
Yeah,
because I
think this is good, you know. But exactly. So if you're training with people who
I think they were just happy to get out of the UK when the borders open here.
You see lay on the fucking beach again, you know? It's like when you stay for many years, you get a little bit like, you need to appreciate you live, like you see the ocean from the balcony,
they were all in lockdown for a year. And that's the thing too. It's being grateful, living in Phuket. I mean, we look outside.
Yeah, being grateful for the, you need you need to thank. It's like look where you are in life, you know.
Well, we're having a little kumbaya session here.
Kumbaya, my love.
But no, I mean, a lot of people, especially in Canada, I know, and I'm sure in Sweden, like Canada, they can't even go to the restaurants. So I think we got it pretty good over here. Yeah. Hopefully the gyms open up again so I can shed a couple pounds.
Why not?
Maybe I'll chase you guys around. Are you jogging every morning now?
Depends.
Hey, okay.
Depends on you want to join or what.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. But you should come surfing with us, eh?
Yeah, surfing. Yeah. We could jog with the boards to Kamala and
I mean.
Yeah. For some surfing also,
you got a board now, yeah?
Yeah, I have 2 boards.
6'2". I saw you ripping around. Did you put a rack on the motorbike?
Yeah, I'm gonna build one today after this. I have on my scooter.
Yeah.
But the back one I'm gonna build it with PVC pipes, you know.
You're making it yourself because apparently you can. Well, there's guys selling them in.
You can buy them. But
there's but you can go in the back alleys of Bang Tao here, and there's metalwork guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can show you the shop. The only problem was last year I went to go there, and then he was closed because he had COVID.
Oh, really?
So they're like, don't go near him. Even the locals, it was hilarious. You come out the shop. I'm trying to meet this metalwork guy to build a rack.
How do you have a rack?
I have my bag, and I can strap it over my shoulder
that makes
because it's 6'6".
Yeah.
I think if it was any bigger, I need a rack. But I can comfortably go from here to Bang Tao and Kamala. I wouldn't go further than that without a rack.
Have you served Kalim with it? No.
I've never been to it's too far. Kalim is too far without a rack.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit awkward, but I mean Kamala is 10 minutes, Bang Tao's 10.
I just
strap on,
Yeah.
But I haven't been to Kalim. I don't really like surfing like the rock.
Reef.
Rock. For me, I'm just
he's fucking stones, eh?
I know, but getting out there, walking across, and I'm a lazy surfer.
Yeah,
I like to jump in the ocean. Kind of, if there's 3 like breaks of white water, I'm not going in. Yeah. Just because I like to kind of go in and sit out there and more meditate and relax. Fair enough. I don't want to like how it is when you go out there and it's quite strong.
Yeah.
By the time you get out there, your shoulders are on fire.
Yeah.
You catch one wave and you can't get back out because you're like, fuck this. I mean, unless you're surfing twice a day, every day, your shoulders can handle it. But I mean, I'm like 93 kg right now. I'm basically like a marshmallow.
For me, the surfing Muay Thai is a good combination,
Yeah,
it's
for
good
sure.
For the shoulder endurance.
And cardio as well. Because when you're going through that white water, like you got to give her, and like you get out there huffing and puffing.
Sometimes I couldn't even get out in surfing,
That's why I go off the far right side where the wedge. There's a wedge there.
When they it's almost the wave pushing into the rocks and then push it back, right?
Yeah, so there's the wedge on the right, but you got to know how to read it because it is a wedge, which means if you don't catch the peak, you won't catch the wave.
Yeah.
But it's so strange. Like the wave comes around, and when you see it about here, that means it's actually going to break here.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people, it's great because you'll get out there and they line up and they're new to that spot and they see the peak and they all line up there thinking the wave's going to go here. It drifts.
Yeah.
And then you can catch it. It's a great wave because it's a bit of a longer, it's not like the reef by the airport.
Yeah.
But no, it's not bad.
Have you been?
No, I see that again, lazy surfer.
Oh, yeah.
Bang Tao. I go Bang Tao, Surin, Kamala, and I'm not going further than that.
Yeah. I was a lot of Hugo Huts before at Layan.
That's about as far as I would go. And then even there, I would just go take a board. I'd see a friend there and be like, yeah, give me your board.
Yeah.
Too lazy to go out.
Fair enough. You should come with on Monday.
Yeah, I heard over the weekend. Send me a message. I'll go out. Lisa's looking to get some boards. And
I'm
get
looking
rocking.
to get a second hand. Yes, I use his. Are you a good surfer? Times. I used to be 5 years ago.
Like a professional, eh?
No, not professional. I'm
professional.
Hey. My thing was always football and snooker.
And snooker, soccer, football, snooker, like
soccer. Pool. Yeah, pool.
Like cool. Are you good at that?
Hey, now we know.
Really, bro?
I need we know.
I need to test you, bro.
Yes, you can play. Yeah.
Can.
Snooker, that's another game. They have some pool halls in Patong. I can play 8-ball, but snooker, my God.
So what you mean? Snooker's the big
Snooker's the huge table.
It's the huge big one, with the nets.
You got to be a serious player.
I never played this.
Yeah, my grandfather had one in the farm that I used to play since I was 12.
Really? Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's...
Okay. He was about to hustle us.
Now he's like, we're playing 1,000 baht per game, eh?
Yeah.
No, but here they have really good players here especially down there in Bang Tao.
Orange Bar,
some guys there that play every day. I used to play there against them.
Do you play in the tournaments?
I went once on those tournaments.
How did it go?
How did it go?
Did you last long?
I won three games. I did never won a tournament.
No.
I think the guys are really good, man.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah,
I can't even play.
Yeah, I'm not. If I'm playing with guys like that, I was like, I fucking different.
No, those guys at Orange Corner. I played with them all the time because I'd have a beer with them and play. Yeah. But basically, you can miss 2 shots.
Yeah, and then
that's it. Like you're not playing against them. You're playing against yourself to miss 2 shots.
Exactly.
And after you miss 2, you're like, you just put the cue down. You're like, it's over.
Wow.
They're so good.
Wow.
Oh my.
That's cool, eh?
All right, so we'll wrap it up in a second. I feel like going to the beach. What time is it, anyways? It's almost 4:00. Maybe throw the frisbee around.
We have a question for you here.
Tell me.
From Steve. Do you still practice holding your breath underwater? Steve.
Who the hell is Steve?
Which Steve? What's your name?
I can only see his Instagram account, and it's Steve VMT.
Ah, okay. What's up, Steve?
And he's asking, do you still practicing your holding your breath underwater?
Yeah, tell him. Yeah, I do.
Are you getting better on that?
Yeah, I do like the spearfishing stuff. It's getting better, eh?
How long can you hold your breath underwater?
I don't really know. Maybe 1.5 minutes ish.
Oh, that's good, man.
But I can do with the Wim Hof. I do the 4-minute breath hold.
You do it in your bed?
Yeah, just sitting.
Do you do it sitting up or lying down?
Depend on the mood.
See,
so if
down.
I'm tired, I like to lay down because then I can release everything, you know.
Yeah.
But if I sit like this, I can focus more on the spine, the energy in the spine, you know.
But can you get 4 minutes sitting up?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh shit!
The only thing is like I'm not so flexible with this one, you know.
I can't do this.
Sit on the beach like this a lot. But you know, the other day I did some like DMT breathing.
Here, push this closer a bit.
Oh, yeah. DMT breathing, you know, when you're like.
Are you using like your stomach?
Yeah, and then it's like you do like 20 like this.
Yeah.
Fast. And then you like you're holding it, and then you massage the But anyways, this is pretty new to me, the DMT breathing.
It's supposed to almost create DMT in your mind.
Yeah. It's the same with the Wim Hof. Like when you hold, for example, the last breath hold for 4 minutes, it's almost like you come into a trance. You know, like you lose time, or you lose the time of in space. You know, like you.
Yeah, sometimes I when I do Wim Hof, I kind of zone out.
Yeah,
and then I start breathing and not realizing it.
Yeah.
You know, like I
understand what
and you're like, oh shit, like
shit. So
yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
I can't get more. I think the best I've done is like maybe 310.
Yeah, but it's
how many rounds do you do in the? I do
4.
You do 4. I do 3.
Sometimes I do just the last one, you know, because when the DMT release is like when you think you're dying. Sort of.
Yeah, that's what the spirit molecule or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't really know. But anyways, it's good for relaxation, you know, like.
Well, it's hard to say like. Well, I'm sure it's not the same. It's not the same as like a DMT experience because
no,
that is you need a chemical reaction for that.
Yeah. But it's something that triggers something like, but in a very very light version, I reckon.
Yeah, that'd be a.
They're doing this with some oxygen.
They have those too. These like I tried one. It's like it's supposed to be like a psilocybin hallucinogenic experience, but it's like apps you can download with like flickers on lighting, and then you close your eyes and you hold it. But it's it's strange. It's really strange.
Like when you meditate something.
Kind of. You can check it. They're weird. They're really strange. They don't do the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I was doing. Have you tried I wanted to get into like the Wim Hof, what he does with the cold water.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's almost impossible in Phuket because our showers don't get cold.
Yeah. Like, but before in Kamala we had like one with ice bath, you know.
In Kamala.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Kamala.
At a hotel.
Yeah, like a resort, some resort, like up the hill almost when going to Patong. Kamala Resort and spa or something.
They have a ice. Well, the gym that I used to go over here, Ban Pari, which is a hotel. Do you know this gym?
Yeah, Ban Pari. Yeah.
They have a sauna and a steam room. The sauna is decent because you can really get it going. And then there's a place in Boat Avenue area. It's called Lemonade. It's Russian.
Yeah,
and they have a steam room and an ice bath, but the ice bath is only like 15 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, because I was sponsored by Ice Lab.
The Apex
for for the fight, for like recovery, you know, between the session and stuff.
Did you go?
Yeah, we did like I think for 3 weeks we went like 3 times every week before the fight, and I feel amazing, this stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's for the recovery side. Cryotherapy. Yeah.
Like you're standing like 3 minutes in 110 minus, you know.
Yeah, because it helps with inflammation.
Yeah. Even like you're slowing your heart rate and everything, you know. This is very nice.
The cold I find, I was training, like doing some, I don't know, CrossFit stuff in by the Tiger Muay Thai street. And then every other day I would jump in the ice bath. What I found was the next day I felt like I could work out, and then the days that I didn't jump in the ice bath, I felt sore, waking up in the morning. But I found the ice bath kind of like it helped with the inflammation and kind of the pain.
You're more, you know, like it's the same when I like when it's like you have a sauna and you have ice, so you're hot
back and forth
and cold, hot and cold, you know.
Yeah, they do. They have a really nice...
The muscle relax, you know.
So that's at Lemonade. You can do that.
Yeah.
And then they have some good food. It's really clean eating. It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I wanted to ask... two questions. One of the questions was, if I was, you know, a younger child, let's say of the age of, let's say 12 in Sweden, and looking to get into Muay Thai and possibly pursue that as a career, even though it's quite young. What would you recommend to them? What would you tell them if you were their mentor and they were first getting into it, and you were to kind of give them a little bit of direction before getting into
before they even
before they even started training, and just saying like what kind of advice would you give them if they said to you, you know, they wanted some sort of career path to follow what you've done, to come to Thailand, to get into bigger promotions and possibly, you know, fight for a belt, but talking to them from such a young age to make it clear?
What would I say? I would think about like having fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, you know, like and always see the opportunities of being the not the best. You know, if you're in the gym, you just see your opportunities to learn from everyone who's better than yourself.
Yep.
And just have fun, you know. And
it's probably the most important.
You need to have fun, because I've seen people who they are super good, but after a few years their fun is gone, and if their passion is not there, you should not fight, you know.
So if you have let's forget about COVID, but even if you don't have a fight coming up where it's scheduled, but you know one is coming up. Yeah. When you wake up and you're probably training Monday to Saturday, and then you take off Sunday to relax. On let's say midweek on a Wednesday, and you wake up at 6 a.m., are you motivated by that fun to get up to run, know you have 2 training sessions, know what you have to do that day? Or does any part of you resist that?
No, but because I know how good it would be in the fight. I know how I would be prepared, you know?
Yeah.
And then I can resist, because then I will have a fight, I will get some money, I will, see what I can learn in the future. Just go and nice, like you travel the world, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just a good time, you know.
But do you ever get that before a training session of like your brain's like,
sometimes, of course, I can sit. It's like I look at myself like, should I really do this? But then sometimes those are the best sessions. The sessions you just show up and do it, you know. Sometimes you just have to show up and do it. Like even if you don't really feel for doing it, you just come there and do it, and you're probably gonna feel better after it than if you didn't go. I mean. know.
And that first step of just tie the shoes up.
Yeah.
And the second you walk in the gym, that feeling of resistance, it's gone.
Yeah.
You're there.
But it's the same. I would say, okay, if you can see if you really like it, if you like the aspect of fighting, you will see the first fight you ever have for any person, they will see if this is a sport for me or no.
Yeah.
Because you can train this sport just for fitness, for fun also, you know? You don't need to fight. But if you get this rush, like the adrenaline junkie, this is a sport for you, I can tell you, you know? At least this is how it is for me. Everyone's different, of course. But for me, it's a nice aspect of just like a little bit back, like we are still like humans. We're like animals, sort of, you know. Yeah. Like we come from thousands of years back. We was always fighting, and the fighting has stopped sort of with the humanity, but we still have this in our genes since back then, and be able to know how to fight makes me feel more like a man, I can tell you, almost like.
And maybe a bit deeper in your Swedish genes.
Yeah, exactly. I can, like the spirit of Vikings, for example.
So why do they call you? Where did you get the nickname, the Crazy Viking?
This comes from, like, I think to be fair, it comes from like some Thai commentators. I think they say like Viking Pam Klang or something. I don't know if I pronounced it correct, but so it's like the crazy Viking, you know. And then I was like, I can put it in English instead, you know. And because I'm a good comeback fighter. Yeah, I've had some many big knockdowns where I'm coming back, and a
lot of wars.
Yeah, a lot of wars, which is fun, you know. But it's maybe not. It's not the best for the head all the time, but.
Yeah, you gotta. Does that?
It is what it is, you know.
We asked. Glenn was on our podcast, and we asked about that too. Does CTE worry you? Have you ever done any like scans for that?
Yeah, I have many with ONE FC, the scan and stuff.
And everything was okay.
Yeah, everything's cool. But still, of course, it's worried. Like, the older I get, you're more you're thinking about it, you know.
Where do you see yourself? Like, at what age would you want to stop, and what do you see yourself doing after? Would you open a gym, or?
I have had plans, maybe even if I'm gonna transit over to MMA, maybe. Okay. Have a go. I don't really know. It's just been open. I'm open-minded, you know. It's always fun with you learn something new. But otherwise, having a gym would be a dream also. Like, especially coaching younger kids, they can look up to you and show them the right path, you know, like. See them from being a teenage to a grown man and taking titles, and you know.
Yeah, well, you have the right style that MMA and promotions like UFC would look for, because they're looking for the guys that go out and bang.
Yeah.
How's your jiu-jitsu?
It's all right.
It's all right?
It's all right.
So you're training with Lucas before?
Yeah.
Did you, how many hours do you think you've put in, or you want to keep that a bit secret?
I don't really know, to be fair. I did, I don't know exactly, but I did like, before I did like maybe for 6 months, 3 private sessions with a black belt before.
Okay.
And then
for 6 months.
Yeah. So I know a little bit.
Okay.
3 sessions per week we did.
Okay, it's quite a bit.
So still, I still know.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Yeah.
So, but I've been thinking maybe I'm gonna pick it up back again. You know, like.
And then the wrestling style.
I think the rest. I think I need to learn more wrestling. To be fair.
Yeah. So you don't get just taken down and.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. It's learning to get back up.
Yeah.
Right. But I think like a lot of those fighters, let's say like Israel Adesanya as well, like he was a kickboxer till 20, the same your age.
Yeah.
And he only recently got into MMA. But the reason he took what I've heard, or what I think is because he needed to perfect his wrestling defense, his takedown defense, and a little bit of jujitsu. Otherwise, what happens is you can look at these fighters like there's a Dutch girl. Her name's Gerandemir. She's I want to say Dutch kickboxer or Dutch Muay Thai, but she's a world champion. And she is probably, I think, the best female striker in the UFC. Yeah. And she fought Amanda Nunes. And she, in terms of striking, she was beating Amanda. But what happened was Amanda was like, realized, shit, I can't strike with this girl. And took her down.
And she won by submission, or
no, clearly just wrestling her.
No, the ground and pound.
Just ground and pound. Yeah. I think it went to decision. I'm not 100% sure, because I just remember it was 5 rounds, and she started doing it in the second.
Highlight reel from
but if this, they call her the Iron Lady. If she was able to learn takedown defense and maybe a little bit of jiu-jitsu, she's a real problem.
Yeah.
So do you would see does Revolution? Are they training wrestling or jiu-jitsu or anything like that?
No, but at the moment is the jiu-jitsu coach. He's back in Australia, Lucas. But they probably, when the new gym open up, I probably is gonna get back to, everything's gonna get back to how it was before. You know.
Yeah. And at least at one, like, you can easily jump probably between the Muay Thai and the MMA.
Yeah, which is pretty good, you know.
It gives you that opportunity.
Because maybe you know Sebastian Kardestam is like he was world champion in 1FC in the MMA before. I don't know exactly what division he's in, but anyways, he comes from a also Muay Thai background, you know. So maybe he will talk with him sometimes, you know, like if he would like to do both, also, you know.
Yeah.
Which I think could be pretty interesting to do. Sometimes you do a Muay Thai fight, sometimes you do MMA fight, you know.
Yeah, and you're still young enough. I mean, realistically, they say like your prime is 31, 32 is prime. I mean, you're not a heavyweight, so obviously you can't go till 37, 38.
Yeah.
So you probably got to what? Let's say 34. So that's a lot of time.
It's a lot. Like for me, I have like a limit. Maybe 35 would be there.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, and yeah, exactly. You see, you never know nothing. You know.
So you would like, probably are you cutting weight? Were you cutting weight at one?
No, you can't really. You know,
because I'm
walking around maybe 70.
Because one is 76. Different from UFC for weight cutting. They're actually doing hydration testing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So you're walking around weight and you're fighting weight. Was it much of a difference?
Little bit, maybe 3 kilos.
But that's not much.
No, it's 3 kilos. Much. So it's like even like this, like you need to hold water and sweat.
Yeah,
you know. So it's a little bit weird. Like it was a little bit pain in the ass. I failed the piss test first.
Yeah.
So, but then I came back maybe 1 hour later, and it was okay. You know.
They're doing that to protect the fighters from trying to cut too much.
Like they had, I think they had one guy who died.
I've heard of some guys dying in Phuket from this as well.
From
weight cutting, but it's
this Scottish boy,
yes,
right?
From I think he was at Somali.
Yeah. He was what's his name?
He was friends with the guys at.
I know. I just can't say the name.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, I talked to a couple different MMA fighters and whatnot, and some of them will cut up 10 to 12 kg in water.
That's crazy. I've done like 5 kilos before, 5 kg.
And then how going into a Muay Thai fight like that? I mean, when you've cut that much weight and you get hit, I mean, it's got to impact you.
Yeah,
because your brain
but there's no water around the brain. Sort of, you know, it's like less water.
Yeah,
because it's water, but in the long term, it's not healthy, you know, for your kidney, for everything, you know. Yeah. But so that is something good with 1FC, you know.
For sure, it's gonna protect the fighter because. That's the advantage in UFC. These guys have to cut weight because if not, then your competitor's walking around 15 pounds more than you.
Yeah, exactly.
What can you do? Okay, I read something about you. This is kind of the last question.
Okay, this is so funny. It's so funny now. Right?
No. It's funny time. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. No, the question was, I read something you said. Maybe just in personal or life that you want to be remembered. What did you mean by that?
I just want everything I saw fine. I just want to be remembered like the great Swedish Muay Thai fighter, you know, like have a legacy.
Are there any Swedish Muay Thai current or past Swedish Muay Thai fighters that have a legacy?
Yeah, like Jürgen Krut, Joachim.
And you want to be part of that conversation?
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to be part of something bigger, like something big, you know.
Yeah, and I think I think you're in the right place at the right time, especially with things such as one, because it's still relatively new.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if you look back on 1 5 years ago, it's pretty much non-existent.
Yeah.
So I think you're in the right place at the right time.
We have many good fighters like Sonny Dahlbeck, we have Samon, myself, Adel Ekvall. We have many good fighters, you know. Yeah, I just want to be like, I want to be remembered. Like, for example, I go and take the WBC world title, or taking the one FC world title. That would mean then it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Then you can't say nothing. You can just show.
Yeah.
This is what I have done, and thank you.
Do you think the best fighters currently for Muay Thai are in one? Is that where they're fighting, or would they be fighting at?
I think one AOC has some.
Not in Bangkok at like Lumpy Stadium.
They have super, like in general the Thais, so they are very, very good at what they are doing, you know.
but the best of the best have gone to one.
I think so. There is still there is guys who still I could see in one also, you know. But more to be fair, they have a lot of good ties in one FC at the moment, you know. Yeah.
So how does that work? Like
for me, I was like Rodtang, for example. He's a very interesting fighter. Rodtang, it's the same entertainment.
Yeah, this
and you know,
funny
it's
guy,
like fucking shit.
What's he must be fighting 65 or under.
Yeah, he fought my friend.
Like the other, he was getting smacked. Oh yeah, you were telling me your friend came on short notice.
Yeah. Tiger. He was training. He was like one of the first guy I was training with back like 4 years ago, you know. So we have been fighting with like
where's he now?
He's back in Russia.
He went back to Russia.
He has his own gym at the moment.
So he came from Russia just for that fight.
Yeah, not to this gym this time. He came from Russia there because he took like I think he took it on 6 days notice or something. Yeah. But he did a fantastic work. Like he was
everyone.
He was killing it, you know. Fucking when he landed his back fist, you know. Yeah,
so we have someone here, Yvonne, asking.
Yvonne,
do you know
it's my mother, yeah.
It's your mother. It's asking to join us in the live.
Okay.
Gonna talk to her.
Yeah. What?
Hello. I don't know. We can't
hear, no?
Can we turn it? How'd she find? She's here. Oh yeah, because it's probably 8 a.m. Or what time is it?
You can talk.
4.
Hey, Hey, mom. What's up? Yeah, my mom she's gonna say hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Brandon. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, hello.
That's great.
Yo.
Epic.
Good you tuning in, eh?
We probably can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Is it connected to the Bluetooth?
Well, okay. But we talk later, eh?
I don't know if we have a speaker in here. I don't know if it can connect to that. That's great.
That's great. That's great. My mom, she's
probably just getting up in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out a way. We'll figure it out later where we can like cast it from the phone to the TV.
To see the there,
and then we can, cool, and then it can pick up the sound. We'll figure that out in the next couple weeks.
You can get it in here.
In here, and then it can record the sound to the mixer, and so we can do it in a little bit.
Next podcast, I believe that will be running.
Yeah, see, I told you before.
Yeah,
I told him. I told him before. I said, I guarantee you, people are going to call in. They're going to want to join, but you need to hook that up right.
Yeah. Okay,
I wasn't prepared all for this one.
Yeah. All mothers will be calling in.
Yeah, all mothers. Be welcome.
Okay. Well, we at least Magnus lives around the corner, so we can do episodes anytime. I'm sure he'll be back. Let us know, especially if he has a fight coming up.
It's my first podcast.
It was pretty easy, eh?
Yeah, it's all right.
So usually, so at the end of the podcast, is there anything you want to plug? Your sponsors, your gym, how to find you, how people can find your gym as well, and probably on Instagram's.
Yeah, Revolution Gym. I have like he provides with the gear and stuff. Fight Fabriken.
Okay,
maybe we can add also. It says like a Swedish Muay Thai seller for gear and everything.
Yeah, we'll put some. We'll put that right there. Maybe.
Like that.
There it is.
Anyways, and same. I have like a management. He's looking for sponsors.
Okay.
MB management.
Perfect. We'll put all.
He's like a former very good Muay Thai. Malik Ba, his name.
We'll take all those and we'll put that in the description. We can try to get a couple plugs in there. We call them plugs. I don't know. It's probably.
But today you don't have the 360 camera, right?
No.
360.
Did you watch the VR yet?
Yeah, not from the fights. You mean?
Yeah.
No.
We did.
See have you posted this?
Yeah, we just started posting slowly.
Where on the YouTube channel?
YouTube, yeah.
Because I haven't even seen your YouTube channel. I need to check
we
that
did
out.
so this is like it's the first real like Muay Thai VR. But it's relative.
How was it?
It's good. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
You can check it later.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's pretty cool, but it's crazy. You got to be up with your phone and running around.
Yeah,
it's fun.
That's cool.
That's cool. Fun. So on our side, we'll plug a few things. So probably a lot of people don't know. We're Fruiting Body. We're selling medicinal mushrooms. Nothing's live yet. It'll be coming later this summer. We're doing things such as lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, turkey tail, chaga, and different types of premium products for lion's mane with nootropics and coffees and elixirs. That's our product. I don't like to jam product down people's throats, but hey, this is what we do. Take a look, whatever. We're also, so you can find us at Fruiting Body Mushrooms on Instagram. Also, our website is fruiting-body.com. And we also have Muay Thai and Mushrooms. Muay Thai and Mushrooms is kind of just a platform we created to promote traditional Muay Thai while educating on the power of medicinal mushrooms.
Yeah, to bring people together, a kind of a community.
Yeah, especially that we're here in Phuket. We have access to the content. And we want to kind of pump that and what's going on here for the Muay Thai. And we're also doing Muay Thai Youth Foundation. We're doing a lot of shit. So if you just watch us and stay tuned, you'll see it all.
Keep tuned.
Yeah, keep tuned. You can watch it all. Anything else? Oh, yeah, we're doing free giveaways, trip to Thailand. You can find that probably in our link in the bio at Muay Thai and Mushrooms or Fruiting Body Mushrooms. You guys are crafty out there. Figure it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, Magnus. Anything else to say?
No,
let's go to the beach. We're going to go for a swim. Yeah. Maybe grab a beer. Great. Podcast number 3. We're out.
Woo. Thank you, guys.
Peace out. Peace out. Yeah, bro.